So if you guys are watching this video and you're a little confused because you don't understand what's actually going on, let me explain something for you. I used to have a YouTube channel before I started Boneyard Revivals, and basically that one didn't end up working out. Pretty much packed all my stuff up and started Boneyard Revivals, and I'm proud to say that it was the best move I ever made. But I had a bunch of old content that actually used to be posted on that channel. And I was going through some of my archive footage and stuff and kind of realized that when I started Boneyard Revivals, I never really told you some of the stories. So for projects on the lines of, you know, the Chevy S10. Now I know that that's still somewhere in, are we even doing anything with that? And honestly, every time I talk about that truck on camera, I feel bad because it always teeter-totters between yes and no. And unfortunately, I think with how many projects we have going on, I just don't see it happening. But still, regardless, nonetheless, there was still content made on that truck when I first got it, when I actually first bought it off of Joe, funny enough. And, you know, I was kind of going through some of that footage, and I decided to come out with, you know, the Boneyard Archive, you know, playlist and everything to basically feature some of those videos. I hope you guys enjoy and get something out of it, and hopefully it also gives you the background on some of the projects and kind of get you in touch with some of the stories on how these vehicles on this channel have come to be, and hope you guys will enjoy. I buy a Chevy S10. Why? Because it seemed like it was the right thing to do. Did I need it? Absolutely not. Did I buy it? Obviously. So we have a 1983 Chevy S10 here. Bought her for 500 bucks. Like I said, it was a steal. Couldn't go wrong. So the interior is not completely complete, obviously. I mean, the headliner's kind of in there. Right? Yeah, that seems fair. But it's got the bucket seats in it. I do have the bench seat for it. Am I going to put them in? I don't know. One slight problem here. Yeah, she needs one of those. And it also needs ball joints real bad. So this thing was parked in, I think, about a year ago or so. The story behind this truck, funny enough, is that there is a... Oh, hold on. I gotta get the story right. Let's check the most important thing out. Yep. Yes, indeed. Can I get it? Come here. Come on. Don't be difficult. Don't be. Thank you. Okay. And then just get my quicker stander there. Okay, so first thing you're going to notice is that this is an 83. It's a 4.3 liter. These did not come in this early of a truck. So, funny story, about 4 or 5 years ago, me and my dad actually did an engine swap on this truck. It did an engine, trans, and dash swap. Ready to run. Oh yeah, rev it up, yeah. Woo, S10s. So it's a 4.3 liter V6, and behind that is a 700R4. And the 700R4 is actually built to be good and not do the whole blow up thingy. So, you know, that's nice. But so I know this truck pretty well inside and out. I've had my hands in it before. Basically, we did it up for a family friend. It was sitting in his yard for how many years? And as you can see, the clear's peeling off in certain spots, and it doesn't look great. Got some pus going on here, and basically we put the engine and trans in it for him. And he basically ran it for a little bit, probably like, I don't know, maybe year and a half, 2 years. Then the ball joints got bad and basically it wouldn't pass inspection. So they stopped driving it and then just used it around the yard and stuff. But he finally said he had enough. Someone backed into him too. That's why there's that dent in the box side. So I got to get around to fixing that. But so he said, you know what? I've had enough. Unfortunately, it's time for it to go. And I said, hold on, wait a minute. What if, just hear me out. What if I bought it? And then I did. So here it is. So we're going to have some fun with this one. Well, kids, we gave her a bath. She's looking pretty darn good. Rims came out nice. Clear's peeled off the hood, but it came out okay, I guess.
decent. You know, nice wash. We just have that to worry about now. Seems a little... Ooh, it's flaking. I'm gonna stop touching that now. We're just gonna let that go.
Another glorious day. What's this? Oh, that's neat. Sidewall just gave up on life. So we're stuck on the side of the road. She let me down. Bummer. So today we are going to be checking to see if we actually need a base gasket for underneath our throttle body on our 4.3 liter V6 here. Basically, when I got the truck, I knew something was up with it because, you know, he's close family friends, so we were in talks about it. But basically, something was going on where the truck wasn't running right, and he kept trying to diagnose what was going on, couldn't figure it out. But he did unplug the map sensor and all of a sudden the truck started running reasonably good. So basically, what I'm assuming that it's going to be I'm assuming it's going to be the base gasket here. That's what's going to be wrong with it. There is another, he ordered a brand new one, never installed it. So basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be checking to see if it actually is indeed the base gasket. And with that being said, what we're going to do on top of that too is we're going to check to see if it is, and if it is, we're going to get in there and replace it. So the way that we're actually going to check it to see if it is basically I'm going to take some brake cleaner or whatever, and as it's running, spray it around the base. And if our idle goes up, that means we have a vacuum leak underneath our throttle body, and basically it is sucking, you know, the brake cleaner or whatever we're going to use in through where our base gasket should be, which means we have a blown base gasket. So that's going to determine whether that is that issue or not. And so yeah, I guess at this point we're going to go grab some brake cleaner, something that is a, you know, semi-flammable liquid. In case if you're wondering, y'all, I am prepared. Fire extinguisher is, you know, it's right there. So, you know, in case you're all nervous, we are in good hands. So I'm going to go grab that, and we're going to go see if we can see what's actually going on with this thing. Oh, got it. See it bubbling? You got a leak right there. Also, while we're here, I guess I might as well do a little fuel treatment to it as well. This is Techron. This is fuel injector, or complete fuel system cleaner, but it's good for cleaning injectors and stuff like that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to dump a little bit of this right down the hatch, and just a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy on it. And then I'm going to put the rest of this in the tank. This stuff works really, really good. Never had too much of an issue with it. But basically, after everything's plugged back in and we got our new base gasket on, it actually should run pretty darn good. And plus, we're going to run some stuff here just to clean out any of the old fuel and gunk that might be in the injectors as well. All right, well, I guess at this point, we're going to rip our throttle body off of the truck. So these bolts are going to be 1/2 inch. So it should be pretty easy just to, there we go. Take them off nice and gently. So yeah, hopefully after this thing's going to run pretty good. I was checking it with the map sensor unplugged. This truck was getting probably like, I think it was like a little over 13 miles per gallon, which was like, I was actually kind of impressed. So maybe I can get 14, maybe 15 out of it if I put fuel cleaner in it, or the fuel injection cleaner in it. Now this should just, yep. Okay, so then the whole thing just lifts up. We're gonna have some vacuum lines we got to disconnect here right up front, which is gonna be this guy. This should just pop off if I'm not mistaken. Yep. There's one. There's two. And there's three. We're gonna unplug this guy. And what else is still holding me up here? Oh, we have the fuel lines and all that good stuff. That gasket, I mean the gasket's there. I'm trying to think, disconnect this guy as well. Like I said, with the throttle bodies, you got a lot more wires going on here. So pay attention to how it all comes apart.
Because if you don't, you're gonna, you're gonna hate your life later. Just happens that way. Is that gonna come off in one piece? Oh, it did. Wow, that's impressive. All right, so here's our gasket. I don't see anywhere, I mean, there's some crustification on it, but I don't see anywhere that would dictate that it's, I mean, it's worn out right on the ends here, like here, here, the edge here, right here. So probably not a bad idea that we're changing it. It's probably going to help it out, but let's go grab the new one. So we have our brand new one here. Like I said, he basically bought it and just never put it in. It's a Felt Pro. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently it's for, it's for the V6s and the V8s. The 262s, which was this, if I'm not mistaken. And then the 305s and the 350s. That's if it was, of course, a... Because I don't know, I don't know too much information about the throttle body vehicles, which, funny enough, we're actually going to be getting into that probably within the next few videos here. Stay tuned. Not for this, but for the square body. Shh. It's okay. Don't worry, it's not going to become a fuel-injected truck, but there's some other stuff going on. Don't worry about it. You're here for the S10 currently. But I'm assuming they'd all be the same for throttle body, that it's only the two... just a 2-port setup there. But, oh yeah, look at that. That's probably going to be a heck of a lot better there. But I'm just going to assume that this one's going to work just great, just grand, just wonderful. And we're just going to, we're just going to plop that in there. So let's go plop it in. So I'm sorry that this is probably pretty darn confusing and that you really quite can't see in there. But basically, this guy's going to slide in like that. We're going to line it up here. Actually, should I, while I'm here, try not to get anything down in the hole, but there is a hole. Here's what we're going to do. I'm getting too far ahead of myself, actually. We're going to take a shop rag here. We're going to go ahead and stick it down our two holes on our intake. And I'm going to take another rag with some brake cleaner and try to wipe around the surrounding areas. And the reason why I want to do that is to try to get any of the gunk and gum that might be still attached to it from the gasket being there before. Would not be a bad idea to try to get any of that stuff off of there. So go ahead and take some of our brake clean and spray it on there and go ahead and wipe around that area to try to clean it up. Now again, it's really tight in here. I mean, if you're doing this at home, don't take any of my advice. One other thing I should mention to you is your bolts here for your throttle body to pull it off. They're going to be 1/2-inch bolts. One thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you tighten them down evenly. That is kind of crucial here. So we have 3 of them in there. The ones here, up front here, and then in the back there. What I recommend doing is snug this one down, or it doesn't matter which one specifically, but snug one down, hop over to the other one on the opposite side, snug it down, then hop to the third one, snug it down, then tighten, tighten, tighten. Big thing is you want to make sure that your gasket is pinched down evenly on all 3 sides to make sure that you have even sealage all the way around, because if you just snug one down, you might get a leak. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's some gunk in there. Where does that come out? There really is no, okay. But I just noticed that now. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be fine, and we're just gonna, yep. Did you see it? Nope, I didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. But now we're gonna go ahead and finish up connecting up the rest of these vacuum lines here. Oh boy. Oh boy. This guy went over here, and then the last one that we're going to have on the front of the throttle body is going to be for our air cleaner. There's that. And this was unplugged when I first took it apart, and I don't see where it plugs back in. Because it's not like the alternator plug or anything. Oh, maybe this was, oh, I bet you know what this was for. The AC compressor was taken out of this truck.
I bet you that's what this plug was for. It's probably for the AC compressor. So we're just gonna tuck you back in there. You'll probably be just a-okay. But at this point, then we also need to reconnect our throttle cable here. If I can get her back on, there she goes. Then I'll get our little retaining clip here, which is just this guy right here. And she kind of just plops back on. All right, so everything's back together. The only thing that I have left to put on is the air cleaner. But with that being said, we're gonna fire it up, and I'm curious to see now if it fires up and runs any better. We should no longer have a check engine light because the mass airflow sensor is plugged back in. Oh, come on. So, fire it up and see. No check engine light.
Sounds a lot better, actually. I don't know if you can pick it up in the video from before when it was running, but it sounds a little better now. So, I mean, guys, the best thing we could do is probably throw the air cleaner back on it, take it for a run, and see how it runs.
You think that's healthy? Probably not. Well, pretty sure it came off like this, so, you know, we're just gonna give her the old flipperoo. I'm sure it'll work just fine. And do we do the two horsepower upgrade here? Put her on the old upside downer? Oh yeah, horsepower gains right there, baby. No, let's put it together, right? I guess we'll go with the old crummy original air cleaner. Maybe down the road, you know, we'll get creative and do something else. Where's my wing nut? There it is. Actually get that on there. Oh yeah, make sure she's tight now. Don't be afraid. Alright. I bet you this bad boy's gonna run like $1 million now. Yep. How much you wanna bet? Bet you $1.
Well, at this point, we might as well go take it for a test drive, so let's hop in and go for a rip.
So we're gonna go ahead and run it down to the gas station here, throw that bottle of Techron on it, but might as well actually run it. Like I said, we have no check engine light now, which is, you know, pretty wild. You know, first time I think I've ever have seen it off, at least in a good 4 or 5 years. So we'll go ahead, we'll put her through her pace a little bit. We need some gas anyway, so. I mean, I tell you what, I mean, this truck, I mean, it wasn't gutless, but it didn't have all the power in the world. But I mean, I already noticed an immediate throttle response. Just seems to be a lot better now. As it's trying to figure out what gear it wants to be in. But no, it seems to run pretty good. Let's go throw some gas in it and go ahead and dump that guy in there. Drink up, buttercup. Now let's pay $2.89 a gallon for 87. Beautiful. No. The thing seems to be running pretty darn good. I just put like 20 bucks worth of gas in it. just to run it around a little bit. Put the fuel treatment system in it, as you saw, and just running it now. And I mean, the thing is running pretty damn good, I'd say. I'm pretty pleased with it up to this point. It hasn't given me any problems. I'm gonna be running it throughout the week just to, you know, confirm that and double check, but as of right now, no, the thing's been running great. But of course, as you kids know, there's only one true way to test to make sure that she's running right. I think y'all know what's about to happen. Kids, I think I broke it. I hear something dragging. What's dragging? Oh, the whole... Oh, try the whole fucking exhaust. I don't know what to do about that right now, Chief. Can I just break it the rest of the way off? Will it just come off? Hey, neat. So I guess we'll just, is this gonna be hot? Not too bad. We're just gonna scoot on home. Yup. Sounds good to me. Huh. One wheel peel machine. That's going to be the end of this video. If you did enjoy, please remember to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And especially if you want to see more, you know, of this beautiful, majestic machine. But with that being said, we'll see you in the next video.